Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Choyce Tibbitts. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome in the first place. And if it's not, welcome back, friends. First off, before we get into this, I just want to point out the elephant in the room. We're not gonna name this not to be named designer. I know he's canceled. It will not be linked in the description. And I don't shop this designer anymore because he's kind of been canceled. But this is one of my favorite sweaters. So I refuse to get rid of it. And so we're just gonna, don't ask, don't tell situation when it comes to the designer of the sweater. Anyway, today I have a very exciting unboxing, a jewelry piece. So if you guys have kind of been following me along, you would have known I was in Paris. Actually, my last video was one of my Paris vlogs. If you notice, I'm back in my Brooklyn apartment now. Things are gonna kind of be out of order, but I just really wanted to unbox this for you guys. The last vlog I did, I kind of showed me shopping for this. And so I'll link that up above here, I believe is where it is. And so definitely check that out first if you want to kind of see the vlog and journey of me getting this piece. But I got a new bracelet, something I've had on my wish list for a minute. And yeah, I just really want to show you guys. So first, let me just unbox it, and then I'll get into the process, some close-ups, some pros and cons, since I've actually been wearing it for about a few weeks now. And then also, I'll talk a little bit about the tax back that you get when you buy it in Europe. So if you kind of are looking at this piece and kind of just want to learn more about it, keep on watching. And if you like these type of luxury fashion videos, also menswear, styling, things like that, definitely subscribe to this channel, click that button, ring that bell. We can be friends here. Anyway, I hate when people just ramble on when it comes to the intros of videos, so let's just get into unboxing this. So here it is. As you can tell by the size of the box, it's a bracelet. Also, it's been so hard to keeping this off of my stories and stuff. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, you should be at Tibbitts. You can kind of see all of my outfits of the day. I kind of show new purchases, unboxings. I also just moved, so I'm kind of doing some home content too. But yeah, so definitely follow me there. But yeah, so this is the piece. But I've actually been wearing it every day, but whenever I do stories and stuff, I make sure to cover my shirt just so you guys can't see it, because I want to do the full reveal on here first. But let's get into it. So of course we have the beautiful Cartier box, so it's kind of double box. So it comes in this big box first, and then you take it out of this box, and then you have the beautiful classic Cartier box here, and then here is the piece. So the big reveal, here we go. So it's the white gold Ecrou bracelet, and it's a piece I've had on my wish list for a minute. So you guys know I got this piece a year or so ago, and so I wanted to add this to my collection, which I finally was able to. So let me just take it out so you guys can kind of see it closer up. It's such a great piece. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the piece. So you can see it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nails actually across the whole thing. But what's actually interesting is that the 2 nails at the end, this one here and this one here, they don't move, but the other 5, they actually can move around. So you can spin them and do different configurations, which is kind of cool. For me, I really like this because it's I can fidget with it. But yeah, so that's that. And then how it opens is, opening it is a struggle, let me tell you. It's taking me a minute to figure it out. Okay, so on one end, you can kind of if you look closely on the inside, you'll be able to see kind of the hinges. You lift up and push out. In the beginning, it really stressed me out doing this because you do have to kind of put a little force into it when you open it. But that is how it opens. So it just kind of slides on like so and clicks in. And so here are the 2 pieces that I currently have. and how I wear them. I typically wear my Justin Clo at the top and then the Ecrou at the bottom. I like to kind of keep it so that the nails are like evenly spaced. But you can also do it where it's like you put all of them like in the middle or like move them to the end, and so it's just like this part showing. So like there's a lot of different configurations you can do, and you can kind of play around with it. But yeah, this is the piece. So now that I've kind of shown you that, I'll also include some like close-ups as well. I want to talk a little bit about getting it. So like I mentioned, it's a piece I've wanted on my wish list for a really long time. And so I finally like took the plunge, saved up. And since I knew I was going to Paris, I was like, okay, let me take this opportunity to like save a little money, because you can get, you know, the tax back in Europe. And then also when it comes to like European brands and designers, they're typically less expensive when you go to Europe. So that was the plan. But I didn't know, like, I'm so indecisive. I didn't know if I wanted to get the white gold, if I wanted to keep all my jewelry rose gold. If you watch my other vlog, which went up last week, which I'll link above, you'll see that I kind of toyed around with like the white gold, the rose gold, because what I wanted to make sure I was keeping in mind was that I want to have like the full stack, right? So I want to do my Justin Clo, the Ecrou, and then also like the love, to have these three. Then I have my love ring that I wear here on my middle finger. So when I went to the store, I like tried on a bunch of the colors. I wasn't sure if I wanted to mix metals or kind of keep it consistent, but actually like after toying back and forth, I realized I wanted to kind of mix metals, keep it like edgier. Also, a really good point my mom made when I was like consulting her about it was that I don't have to wear them all together. So like if I was wearing a watch per se, I could not have this on and then wear the Ecrou and the watch, and then maybe wear this on my other hand. And then like this one would match this because these are both in white gold. I just like thinking things like that. So like I was like, okay, maybe I do want to mix metals. So I decided to go with this one. And then what I'm planning on doing is in December for my birthday, saving up now, is I want to get the rose gold love bracelet. Like I mentioned before, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the pros and cons, since I've been wearing this piece for about like 2 or 3 weeks. So I have a few things like pros and cons I want to mention. So first on the pros, one of the reasons I really love this piece is because it is like less known. So it's like, while like the Justin Clo and then like the love, which everybody knows like are very popular, the Ecrou is like a less known piece. You kind of have to like be like into jewelry to kind of know about that collection. It's not as like a hyped collection, but I also think it's like really chic, and also it's like a very masculine piece too, which I really like. So that's one of the reasons why I got it, and that's like one of the pros of it also. Another pro is that I just think it's really unique in terms of like how you can move like the pieces. Like I literally just find myself doing this all the time, just like constantly playing with these pieces. So that's kind of fun for an ADD person like me. Another thing that I really like about this piece is that it's like in the same price range as like the Big Love or like the thick Justin Clo bracelet. It's not like it's like a crazy amount more expensive than kind of those other classic ranges. But when it comes to the cons, so one thing that I definitely want you guys to know if you are looking into this piece is that you always should get, like they say, you should get the same size in all your bracelets, just so that like they stack properly. So when I got this one, I got a size 17. But what's interesting is that since the Justin Clo is completely round all the way, like there's no there's nothing kind of protruding except for like this one nail, right? That kind of just hangs over. So this one is a 17 also, but because you have the nail ridges things, it kind of takes up a bit more space, and so it doesn't actually move as like evenly as this one does, and as seamlessly. And sometimes I end up with, you can actually kind of see it. It sometimes leaves like little tiny marks, which is kind of annoying. But that's just something to keep in mind. I actually didn't realize this until after I got it. Not something like I'm gonna like go back and like complain about. But I would have liked to try this on an 18 to see if it still would have stacked properly, and if it wouldn't leave kind of those like little marks. It doesn't irritate me, but if you do like have like get irritated by things like that, that is something to keep in mind. So another small con is taking it on and off. So some people might actually find this as a pro, because it's actually like pretty sturdy. Like once it goes on your wrist, it's kind of on there. When I first like went home, and even though the guy, it's funny because like sales associate in Paris when I got it showed me how to take it on and off. He even had me try and do it. Like I could do it when I was there. Then I went home and I put it on and I could not figure out how to take it off. So I didn't take it off for a few days because I didn't realize you had to kind of put a little bit of force when you pull it. And I was afraid I was gonna break it. Cause knowing me, I would like save up, get all excited, and then like do something and break it like a week in. So I just like put it on, couldn't really figure out how to take it off, so I just didn't try. Since then, I've like figured out how to take it off with one hand, but it's not necessarily like a seamless experience to take it off. So that's something that I would be mindful of if you guys are looking at this piece. Those are kind of the only main things that I'd say are like cons to it. I absolutely have been loving wearing it. It's funny, like I've really actually been trying to avoid putting it on my stories or anything, but I'm so excited to have this video out because I'll be able to like freely show it and everything. I think I might make a reel for it after. Anyway, I also wanted to talk about the tax savings that you get when you buy it abroad. So as you know, or if you don't, if you're new here, I'm in New York. I live in Brooklyn. Typically when you buy like luxury pieces, especially if it's from like a French design house in Europe, it's cheaper. But something that the jewelry brands did like a few years ago was they did like price adjustments so that the tax savings weren't so strong, like they weren't so high from one country to another. It kind of made it consistent across countries. And actually, if you guys don't know, I used to work at Van Cleef & Arpels, like around that time when they made this change, and it was funny because people would like come in and they'd be like, I thought I was gonna save so much more money, and we had to tell them like, no, like there's been some like changes to like pricing. But the reason that they do that, and it makes sense, because for example, when I was in Paris, my sister got a Chanel bag, and the savings on that Chanel bag was thousands of dollars. It's because the base price already is less because they don't have all the import fees and all of that go into it. So because it's like made in the same place that they're selling it, they don't like hike up the price like they do when you buy it in America or some other country. On top of that, because if you're buying it in like France, you're not a French citizen, you get that tax back as well. So you're getting a cheaper base price already, and then you're getting additional tax back. So with like clothing brands or like bag brands like Chanel, they do that because the price differences aren't so high. Like for example, the most expensive Chanel bag is going to be like a couple $100,000, and those are like the rare collectible pieces. But typically, like you're looking at like between like $5,000 and $8,000 for a Chanel bag. So the price savings aren't like drastic. But if they didn't do this like price adjustment in for the jewelry brands, because jewelry can sometimes be in the millions of dollars, people could save tens, like probably sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars if they were to go to fly to another country and buy like a really rare expensive piece. So that's why they've done this price adjustment. So all of that to say that when I actually went to buy this in Paris, it actually ends up being more money than if I were to buy it in New York. It's not until I come back to the States and I get the tax back that it ends up being a bit of a savings. And even then, the savings that I got on this was $500, which is a good amount of money. That's like a month's worth of brunch money, maybe even more. Like brunch and groceries in New York, those two combined, that's like $500. Really, I hate living here, but no, I love living here anyway. But anyway, so I ended up saving about $500, which in the grand scheme of things isn't a huge amount of savings, but it's still $500. So like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it when I'm in Paris. And also like I'm buying it in Paris, like that, it's like a better experience. But that is something just to be mindful of. If you're buying like jewelry, like just to know that because of the price adjustments, you're not gonna be saving as much as you will if you're buying like clothing or bags. So that's just something to keep in mind. All in all though, I'm so excited about this piece. So grateful to have it. If you haven't watched the shopping vlog where I go and pick this up, I will link it above. Also, follow me on Instagram. I'll like be like showing it on there too, like doing a reel and maybe some other fun videos. And if you like videos around luxury, fashion, menswear, styling, and you just kind of enjoyed all the hectic craziness that you got from me on this video, definitely make sure to like and subscribe. I'd love to have you here. Let me know what you think about this piece in the comments below. If you've seen it before, if you've like been looking at it, what do you think about it like with my current like stack? I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. Love talking to you guys too in like the comments and in my DM. So let's chat, let's be friends. But yeah, that is all from me. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.